Here we see a scale model that was built by local architectural technicians Peter and David Moynihan. They've really captured the true essence of what this gold complex was like when it was built. In 1838, Tipperary was divided into Tipperary North and Tipperary South. A new prison was needed for Tipperary North as the other was located in Clonmel, which was a 2-day journey. This prison was the largest one outside of Dublin nationally, as Tipperary had the largest crime rate at the time. You can see the 7 blocks with their own exercise yards, so inmates could be divided per age and crime type. The governor's house was located in the middle and connected to each block by connecting bridges so inmates could attend mass on the first floor. Here we have the gatehouse, which also housed the condemned prisoners that were to be executed. As you can see to the left and right, there's exercise yards with 30-meter high walls. These yards were quite small, and further on in this documentary you'll get to see them. Here's a closer look at those connecting bridges. At the back we can see the block that housed the female prisoners, and either side we can see on the left the male infirmary and on the right the female infirmary. Okay, here above the kitchen door we see it has a limestone lintel, but above that we see smaller bricks in the shape of an arc. This was obviously done for a design feature, and it kind of creates an arch look on the door. Okay, here in the kitchen, which was quite a small room considering the amount of people it was cooking for, we can still see the main features that they used to cook with, the mason work around them, particularly the arches up above, and also if we take a look at the ceiling, we can see it's an arched vaulted ceiling, which is quite impressive. Here we have what was known as the cauldron, which was filled with water and kept on the boil all day for constant hot water. Over here we have the original open fire, which heated an oven alongside it. Extra oven heat could be generated by lighting another fire under the oven. And lastly here we have a hot plate, similar to the one on a modern solid fuel cooker. A fire was lit underneath and food was cooked in pots on top. Okay, here inside the gatehouse is the staircase to the cells upstairs. As you can see, it was very narrow and very steep. Okay, here we have a cell which was originally 2 cells, as you can see by the roof and the walls. It was knocked to allow 2 brothers who were being executed their last time on alive to spend it together. Further up, we can see from the ceiling a hanging noose, which is obviously a recreation. But this noose was actually on the other side of the wall, on the outside, and the window there was 2 doors, and the inmates were executed outside so the public could see. Actually, if you look close enough, embedded in the wall, you can still see the cast iron hinges from the old gate. Here we see the other staircase which led to the other side of the gatehouse. The gatehouse essentially had two wings to it. Here's a cell with a simple recreation of a bed and a person lying in it, just to show the scale of the room and how small it was. Also, the windows were just bars with actually no glazing. And here's just another cell. Sometimes there was actually up to 5 inmates in these smaller rooms at the one time. This room was just an office for one of the prison officers, but noticeably it's practically twice the size of a regular cell here. Again, here's where a total of 17 men spent their last moments before being executed. This exercise yard was used by the condemned prisoners who occupied the cells upstairs at this side of the building. There was another exercise yard at the other side of the building which was used by the condemned prisoners who occupied the cells at the other side of the gatehouse. The yard was surrounded by a 30-foot high wall and had a dry toilet. It took 88 times round to cover 1 mile, which a prisoner might well do to keep fit, as he would be hoping to get his sentence of death commuted to transportation for life by the Lord Lieutenant. Okay, and that's the end of my video. I tried to show the bits that weren't featured predominantly in my case study, so not to overlap and repeat myself, and I hopefully I've achieved that, and I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you.